Let's jump right into it, man. Drake dropped his previous request to the court, which he filed in December relating to Spotify and UMG with the whole I want to I want to receive data about how you guys do business. So he dropped it. However, the boy, aka Drake, aka the lawsuit god, has filed a brand new lawsuit. And we're going to break it down.
Bullet up selector. Bullet up selector.
Here it is. Shout out to FX Music. We're going to take a look at what he had to say.
Drake isn't just spiraling. This brother's doing pirouettes. I'm back. I leave for 2 weeks and hip hop is the craziest it's ever been. Joey Badass dissed Kendrick and the whole West Coast. Doechii dropped the music video for Denala's a River, which I'm still going to make a video about because there's really good visual storytelling in that. The song Tweaker went insane. Drake dropped his fighting Irish freestyle and was taking shots at DeMar DeRozan and LeBron. Then Drake's DMs leaked. Then he lied that they were fake. Then the person posted their whole conversation. Then Drake removed his petition only to drop a federal lawsuit. It's been 2 weeks. I read it, all 81 pages. It's some BS. In one part, the lawsuit is talking.
Did you read it, RJ?
I glanced through it, and
It
it was
embarrassing. I'm just kidding.
it is. So we're gonna dive into it in a bit. But what I do want to say is that I'm speaking as an attorney, right? I can understand that there are grounds for filing the lawsuit, but as an artist, as a hip hop artist, Drake, well, you're a pop artist, but you can it shouldn't be like this. Actually, usually you handle it in a song. This is very embarrassing. Not from a well, there are certain points that I do agree with Drake, but we'll dive into it in a bit. Um, but of course, and by the way, side note, KaiR, that has to do with the attorney side of me agrees,
Yeah.
not the music loving side. That's a different story. There's only disappointment there. But hey guys, thank you for tuning in. Whatever your thoughts are, remember to let it be known. The hottest take will get mentioned in a future show in the comment of the week section of a future show. Also, remember to rate the show by pressing the like button. Follow us on our other socials, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification icon. A lot of you watch but are not subscribed. I have to say though that in the past couple of weeks, a lot of you guys are subscribing, so we really appreciate that, guys. We have big plans for this show. As you know, we also involve the listeners, the followers, the what do we call them, KR?
Dots.
The dots, double thinkers. And guys, let's be honest. In this day and age, to be called a thinker is a compliment in itself, right? In the era of sheeps, to be a double
No
thinker
sheep.
is
Not only sheep, short attention span.
sheep.
I want to
Sheep's
say,
sheep's an acronym, probably. Yeah. So no, but I really appreciate your support. We should think of an acronym. We should do a Kevin Samuels. Start creating our own acronyms. But yeah. Hey, enough with this with the housekeeping. Let's continue, KR. What can you tell us? What can you tell me about the lawsuit? Because I
yes.
take it you read it as well.
Yeah, I've glanced through it. So, yeah, it's official. Drake has filed a defamation lawsuit against UMG. He claims that UMG has been spreading false information about him, damaging his reputation in the industry. Guys, we're gonna drop a poll. Of course, check out the community section, but let us know what you think about this. Do you think that he's right? couple of key points I can take out of this document, and I have it with me here. You see, I can find it real quick. 1 point. Drake accuses UMG of defamation and reputational harm. UMG allegedly spread damaging information and narratives about his career, him being a document, aka PDF. Hey man, hey RJ, this if you look at this and the way people have been responding, he's been pulling in reaction channels into this, saying that they got. He's by the way, one thing I've noticed. Did you notice that as well? All the reaction channels he has put in the lawsuit are black reaction channels. Zero white reaction channels.
But in his defense, wow. Okay.
I'm taking this totally different route.
I didn't
Oh,
expect
man.
this route.
She didn't
So-
expect that. Yeah.
But I
Okay.
guess KaiR, so I don't know how you want to tackle this, but if you want, I can just give like a quick summary of what I went through. So what I gathered, there are basically 3 claims, right? The first claim is defamation. The second claim is harassment, and the third claim is violation of New York General Business Law. And then they refer to a paragraph 349, which is a paragraph that states that deceptive acts and practices are deemed unlawful. And so, in short, the defamation, we know what it is. It's basically the PDF statements stating that, stating over and over and over and over again that, or at least suggesting that he is a PDF. Now, there is a video out there of Drake kissing a 17-year-old girl, knowing after having found out that she was 17 at the time, because that's what she said on the stage. I don't know, because I read somewhere that the age of consent where that happened is 16. But I mean, and that doesn't technically make you a PDF, because PDF is, if we're strict, PDF is technically pre-puberty. But hey, so he's saying that that's false, that's defamation. That he is not a PDF, that he's never been involved in PDF acts. And so the second claim relating to the harassment, there he states that in the in the song, he states that there's a call to action, like a clear call to action to cause him physical harm. The CTA, KaiR. There's a call to action, and
Always closing.
one of the things that he states in that argument to substantiate that argument is that there's a picture of his mansion, and then on that picture there were like a couple of, that's it. Can you enhance it a bit?
Of course.
So that is supposed to be the picture of the mansion, and then all these dots you see there are basically the PDF trackers. And then suggesting that Drake's mansion is filled with people who are PDF, who've been convicted for PDF matter.
Yeah.
And lastly, the last part is something that we talked about. The deceptive acts and practices unlawful. One of the things they're stating is, again, what was also stated in the previous lawsuit, which is payola. They're stating that UMG paid at least one radio promoter or one radio personality to promote the song because the song isn't that good. And they're also alleging that they invested or paid a company to activate some bots in order to make people believe that the song is better than it actually is. I mean, that's very pathetic. I mean, to claim payola is one thing, but to claim that the song isn't as good.
But the thing is, I'm gonna push back. The things, of course, we're gonna break it down a little bit. I'm gonna start with the ending. What you said. What makes a good song good?
A good song is so first and foremost. I mean, it depends on how you classify good. But a good song, first and foremost, is something personal. So I can find a song good, and you might think it's not good. But you can simply hear a
on
song.
the head. You nailed it on the head.
It's an
You
opinion.
nailed
Yeah.
it in one try. You didn't
Yeah.
ever. It's a personal thing. Just because you say it's not good doesn't mean that other people don't find it good.
Yeah, so that's my problem with that argument, right? But another thing that I find, so one thing that he's stating is not only that it's good, but he's stating that the label conducted, for example, pay bots and was involved in payola in order to let the song become more popular than it actually should be. Now, let me break something to, maybe this is breaking news. So you heard it here first, KR. Okay, guys. The most popular artists are usually not the best artists. They're just the artists that, including Drake, it's just the artists that the label find more marketable. So if you're marketable, label will put money behind you. They will push you. So what Drake is stating, what Drake is basically saying is that the same engine that he's involved in, the same engine that helped him gain popularity is corrupt. Make it make sense, KR.
Blaming himself. He's blaming himself. So I do agree with you on that. The fact, and we've known a lot of people don't actually. So some people listen so much mainstream music, they don't know underground music or any people that are independent, because sometimes they are far better independent artists than they are major artists. Whatever, like you said, whatever the machine is pushing behind you, which is marketable, or they see. And I think James Francis, which is the guy we showed in the beginning, he mentioned Tweaker by Liangelo, which we're gonna talk about it also at the end of the show. That song is moving. It's like a song that sounds like early 2000s, but it's moving.
Yeah.
And he signed a new deal, and they're gonna put the machine behind it because it's moving.
Yeah.
It doesn't make it the best song ever. I mean, it's a fun song to listen to.
Yeah.
And that's the thing with I don't understand that part. And it's a subjective thing. It's you cannot say it's a bad song, it's a good song. To be honest, in general, some of the best songs don't even hit the radio, don't even become popular.
But KR, the song was a good song, but let's be honest. It's not, you can't judge the song by itself.
Song. It's a catchy song.
But not only that, KR, not only that. There's a lot of reasons why this song gained the popularity that it has received. First and foremost, it was built up by the beef between Kendrick and Drake. And
Yes,
they were going back and forth, and forth. And so
it wasn't back and forth. He stepped on Drake's neck twice
yeah,
in a night.
exactly. So, but what Drake didn't, and that's a sore loser, because what Drake didn't. So this is because I want to also talk about the part where I think that Drake has a strong case, but I'll get to that in a bit. Let's start first with the hypocrisy. Kendrick, as you said, stepped on his neck, but not only song wise, strategy wise as well. Drake dropped the song. He dropped it, I think, an hour later. Kendrick dropped like immediately after a new album. So the
10,
whole
10
Drake,
minutes later,
Drake
he
didn't.
he dropped the red button. People were hyping it up. Red button. This is the red button. 10 minutes. 10 minutes later. Well, wait a second. Was it? He dropped Family Matters. Then he dropped Meet the Grahams, and then he dropped this one.
Yeah. So Drake didn't get a chance. So that's the thing, right? So he stepped on his neck like a strategy wise, and this was like the accumulation, culmination, and because I think Kendrick had more tracks lined up.
Yeah, he had more tracks.
Drake didn't. So it was a strategy thing. His writers were probably on holiday. So the thing is, so that's what I find like the hypocritical part, right? This is how the music works. Now, payola is illegal, it's unlawful. So that shouldn't happen in any case, right? And bots, etc. I don't know about that. That would need to be proven. I don't know what evidence Drake has to support that claim.
You know what he used as evidence? An interview academics had during his previous filing. He referenced an interview DJ academics had with someone who supposedly was botting plays for.
Yeah, but that was in the lawsuit where, if I'm not mistaken, he was requesting the court permission to.
It was the request. So
gain information.
During that request, he referenced that as a source where during that request there was so many weird sources. This guy was using internet left and right, nothing from his own knowledge or some hearing. It's like hearsay.
Yeah, so I get that part, right? So that's why I say so relating to the payola part and the bots part, I don't know about that. We would need to see what evidence they can provide to support the claims. But I do want to talk about where I believe Drake has a strong position.
Okay.
First and foremost, it's the there. I believe he has a strong position as it relates to the defamation, and what he's citing, in the petition, right? What he's citing is that, at least in a complaint, is that no, he's citing responses from people. So he has like a list of people reacting to a song saying, if it wasn't for this song, I never would have known Drake was a PDF. Right? He's citing, he has a picture somewhere. Maybe you can look it up real quick. A picture of him and another dude who's apparently a PDF. I don't know who the guy is. And then with the caption, so someone posted it. That wasn't UMG. It was just someone on socials, probably, maybe someone influential. But okay, here I have a list of comments. So the first one is, just realized the thumbnail is from a predatory lender app. OMG, is that offender map on Drake's house? Someone is saying. Nah, another person, another quote. Nah, that many PDFs in one spot is crazy. Drake canceled. Another one. Drake housing a bunch of PDFs at his house. Nervous laughing with sweat emoji. Another one. Yo, SA.
Do you mean this one?
Oh, that was another one. There's also that one. Yeah, that was another one. I was referring to another one. Yeah. There's another one. It's like a red one. Because can you show that one again? Because that one there you can see the island boy. You can see the guy who probably lost the house in the last couple of weeks, and then you can see Aubrey. Here's another one. Drake has so many. Drake's PDF mentioned. Those are the markers used to show PDFs that live next to your kids, and so on and so forth, and so on and so forth. So what he's claiming is that the statements made relating to the PDF are perceived as true, because that's also something, right?
But how do you know if it's perceived as true?
So based on the comment, so that's his argument, because
But
defamation, KR.
argument, but the counter could be trolling as well. That's something people regularly do on internet.
Yeah, but that would be Kendrick's response.
Yes, not Kendrick. UMG.
UMG, apologies. Yeah, UMG's response. Yeah.
If he keeps
So UMG would, because
if
he didn't.
if he goes this route, we might see a real tape pop out.
Because I think that's also, he also mentioned it at the beginning of this complaint. He referred to the incident where people drove past his house and
Yes,
fired
and pop something in
yeah,
towards
security. So yeah.
security. But who knows? So this is the thing, right? When that happened, they put a lot of stuff simultaneously together and pile it up and throw it into the complaint. It was rumored that the person who was popping the security guard had something to do maybe with the back and forth between the other R&B singer.
Yeah.
So that's
The
like
other.
well, the real R&B singer. Let's the biggest R&B singer in the world right now.
Yeah.
Or pop singer. He's even pop these days. Can't even call him R&B anymore. But so this is yeah, continue, sorry.
Yeah, so the reason why this is important is because if a claim is, if someone makes a joke and it's clear that it's a joke, then you can't claim defamation. So saying something that isn't true isn't defamation in itself. It's defamation when you can prove that people perceive it to be true. You understand that part?
Yeah,
If I simply say, oh, the king, I have to get used to that. The king of England is a crook. When I say it, doesn't mean anything. I mean, I'm just saying it, right?
You don't have a driver, right?
But if I, for example, make a documentary, a 2-hour-long documentary to substantiate why I believe that the king is a crook, and 5 people watch it, you can say it's not defamation. But if it gets spread all around, then I might find myself in a lawsuit, because apparently people perceive it to be true. And so that would mean that in a lawsuit, the only way in which I can defend myself is by either saying, hey, it's clearly a joke. It's clearly my opinion. Yeah, because if you say my opinion is, and I think this is what I think. So if speculation is something else, but it needs to be clear. But even that, it's like a gray area. Or you need to prove, hey, I have here a proof, the king stealing money, and then he's a crook. So what Drake is doing, Drake is using the comments to say that people are perceiving him to be true.
Yeah.
He's also saying that relating to the comments, some people use Adonis's name, so his son, in the
Mhm.
comments, which is making him fear for his son's life. That's a bit overdramatic, but okay. And
His
he's
lawyer
also
doing
saying
his
that
work. He's paying his lawyer to do his work. So his
he's
lawyer's
also saying
his
that, and I
lawyer.
quote, many posters turned to a racial and religious slurs against Drake with mixed race and, of course, I believe black
His
and Jewish.
heritage. His heritage. Yeah, his heritage.
And so, for example, users on YouTube and X commented, and then there's a lot of like derogatory terms. And just to be clear, none of the, so he's half. I mean, he's black and Jewish, but none of the derogatory terms that he's citing has to do with the black side. Everything has to do with the inside of his hand, the palm of his hand. And so their KR, I believe that he might have a strong position because he's claiming that UMG, as his label too, knowing that it wasn't true, still promoted the song. And so, hey, it's effed up if your own label is doing that to you.
The label is promoting the most popular song at that moment.
Yes, so that happens.
Yeah.
But what he's saying is that as a label, as his label too, they had to have acted more diligently towards him. And they should have said, Kendrick, this is a banger, but we can't play it unless you have proof, for example.
Hmm.
And so that's what he's saying. And to an extent, I can agree. So playing something that's popular is one thing, but spreading something that can be defamation is another. Now, that being said, KR, you are more into music than I am. I had my hip hop period. I had my pop period as well. So
It
I
sounds
did.
like some people say I had my white girl period. The way you say it. I'm not
As
saying
far as
that
I
you had
know, as
your
far
way.
as I know, as
Some
far
people,
as I know,
some people say that. You know, LeBron had his white girl period as well.
well, as far as I know, uh, the black girl period is also 4 weeks. But what I think is, I'm just saying, maybe I didn't get. I mean, I skipped a couple of biology classes, but I don't think there should be. I mean, if we're looking at race in that aspect of life, I mean, let's stop this.
Hey,
Let's stop.
where's Dr. Uma when you need him? I need a bunny hopping sound.
But yeah, so as I was saying, we know how dissing goes, right? We know how rap goes. This is a diss. You talked about his wife.
Well, not only that. He said the man uppercutted his wife.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. But listen,
It's
listen.
the question is if the only reason so he's not suing again. He's not suing Kendrick Lamar
The song.
for the song. He's suing because the song became popular.
And
That's the
no,
only
he's
reason why he's suing. So my question is, if his red button would have stuck, meaning the song where he says, Kendrick, your kids are not yours; it's from your business partner, your wife. She's been uppercutted by you. If that would have been popular, wouldn't that be also defamation? And do you think that a hip hop head, and this is the thing, right? This is where you get like a gray area. It's a very gray area where you basically are saying, okay, I understand. I understand that the fact that people might perceive this as he's being a real PDF PDF document. Um, is it real? Is it fake? Do you have to? Do you believe comments on YouTube, on Twitter? Do you think these people are telling the truth, their real thoughts, or are they just trolling? That's gonna be. It's gonna be again. It's. I understand what you're saying, but proving defamation is gonna. It's not going to be easy, and I don't think this is. It's not going to be easy, RJ.
So that's what I'm saying. Oh, well, well, I'm not sure this is what I'm saying. Let me finish my thought.
Okay, continue.
And this is art. Rap is music. It's art. And I mean, in no other genres, people diss each other like they do in rap.
There is no other genre that has this aspect.
I tried to lighten it up here, but okay. So the whole thing is, and that's why you always see, and that this is typical of Black culture. Unfortunately, I grew up with it. It's like it's either you or me.
Yeah, you gotta take
It's
down
either
number
you
one.
or me. So whether you like it or not, that has been the essence of hip hop.
Yes.
And so you had multiple times. I mean, you had, for example, the East Coast, West Coast. But then if you look at one of the most genuine artists nowadays, the most loving rapper nowadays, hip hop rap artist, Snoop Dogg, you wouldn't believe the things he was doing in the past if you only knew him now, holding the Olympic torch, you know. So people
Yeah.
evolve, but you still have that beefing rapping. It has always been. Well, I don't know
It's
if it's
part of
always
the,
been part of the culture, but as far as I know, I'm a
oh,
90s baby.
it's
I've
always been.
always known.
It's
So
always been part of the culture.
it's always been so. And so you know when you hear certain things that there is a at least I hope you know that people are embodying, usually they're embodying a persona because they're not about that life. But
Oh,
what
he
Drake is
knows that
saying,
because
and what
because
Drake is saying that
his whole career is that persona.
but what Drake is saying, and I don't want to say that it's going to be it's not going to be that easy to prove, is that it's been so far that people are believing that it is true.
Mm.
And and KR, you can, there is a boundary. So you can chalk everything up to art. You know, there is a boundary. So, but it would be up to him to prove where the boundary was and where it got surpassed. But to go back, that's why there are three claims. So he's saying defamation first. The second one is call to action. Wop, 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 wop.
Who's doing the effing up?
And the
Who's
music
doing the
video.
effing up?
What?
Wop 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 dot FM up. Wop 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 wop. I'm gonna do my stuff.
Okay.
I continue.
But he's also using the picture, like a picture of the video clip where Kendrick is seen hitting a owl piano with a bat.
Mm-hmm.
So he's saying that's call to action.
Yo, this is
Uh,
such a reach, RJ. I understand what you're saying, but
and the last one is the business thing. But again, he's saying, so even in that case, he's not saying that UMG is the one calling. So the call to action is by UMG because of course Kendrick is the one who
who's
said it,
doing?
but he's saying that UMG is responsible for helping spread that call to action.
Mm-mm. You know you lost. You know you're lost in the sauce when when certain people start talking about you. in a crazy way. This is the morning show. Fair use. Check this out, Audrey.
Legal perspective, it's an interesting move on Drake's part. Notably, he's not suing Kendrick Lamar, right? He's suing Universal, which reps both of these artists.
So why would he do that?
Yeah, so it's interesting. It seems like a failed attempt, sort of not to look petty, not to look like he's suing the artist that just, annihilated him in this rap battle. Let's just call it for what it is. That song is a banger, right? But so, the idea is that Universal.
Carolyn, I didn't know you were a rap head.
I am.
Oh my God,
I'm a
I love
Lamar
this.
fan. I'm a Kendrick Lamar fan. But look, legally speaking, the idea is that Universal has been representing Drake for many, many years, that they know these allegations are false. They wouldn't be repping him otherwise. And the fact that they push this distribution so much, the song has been streamed on Spotify over 1 billion times. They've really been backing Kendrick Lamar on this one. Look, it's unique in this industry. I think it's sort of poetic justice. The song "Not Like Us." I mean, a lot of people in the community are saying, this is not how you deal with hip hop rap battle beef. You go in the studio, you lay down some tracks. This is not what Drake is doing. On legal grounds, I think he's on pretty shaky legal grounds. There's this concept of sort of informed consent. It's when you get into rap battles, you would expect that there's going to be some, back and forth. And there is also First Amendment free speech rights implicated here.
Yeah.
Morning shows where the main target are stay-at-home moms, where they break down Drake taking an L.
Yeah. But at
that
the end
guy-
of the day, there is a boundary. And so what Drake is saying is that UMG helped push help take the art away out of the song and made it so popular that people are perceiving it to be true. That's what I'm saying. So it is up to him to prove it. But as an artist, I mean, when we look at the rap battles, KR, when there's a woman involved, you know what they're gonna go for, right? They're gonna try to think of different ways to say that the woman is promiscuous. You know that's what they're going to do. They're gonna say, yeah, you probably sleep around. That doesn't mean that chick sleeps around, but you know that's going to happen. Usually that happens on a smaller scale. And again, you said something that I don't entirely agree with. He's not suing because the song got popular in itself. He's suing because he states that UMG
made it
pushed
popular.
it to be popular despite knowing that it isn't true, according to him, despite knowing that there is a call to action to whop him, according to him, despite, as you said, Kendrick is the one that's saying, I will do it. He's not saying, everyone, let's go to Canada, eh? And the third part is the unlawful business. So the violation of the New York General Business, what's it called? New York General Business Law, paragraph 349, which is using to claim payola and bots.
So two things before I close this segment, because we took a lot of time about this. First of all, I'm gonna share this. This is the first frame of the Not Like Us video. You know what it is? This building?
Give me 3 guesses. I don't know, but give me 3 guesses.
I give you got one. You get 3. You get 3.
Is it the headquarters, the UMG headquarters?
No. It's in Compton. I'll give you that's a hint.
It's in Compton?
Yeah.
No,
That's the
did I
this is
say
the very
UMG? I
first
mean, no,
phrase.
I didn't mean UMG. I meant the OVO headquarters. What I meant.
In Compton, no, no.
No, that's right. So I was
Oh,
wrong, but I just want to say that I didn't meant UMG. It's still wrong,
oh,
but
okay, okay, okay.
OVO. I meant OVO.
So that's you have
Two more guesses.
two more.
Compton. Because yeah, that is what they show. Um, is it the bureau, like a law enforcement?
This is second try. But you're closer. You're getting closer.
Is it maybe I don't yeah,
You're very
like
close, actually.
I'm very close?
Yes.
Well, the last yeah, is it like the child protective something?
It's the Compton Courthouse.
Okay. Okay.
What an irony that that's the first frame he shows.
Yeah.
Maybe he knew that this was coming. He's been
Yeah,
knowing
maybe.
everything was happening. He's been
But
spiraling out of control. He started the whole thing. How he knew how this was gonna end. UMG responded also to Drake. They said, "Oh, let me share the right screen. Not only are the claims untrue, but notion that we would seek harm the reputation of any artist, let alone Drake, is illogical. We have invested massively in his music, and our employees around the world have worked tirelessly for many years to help him achieve historic commercial and personal financial success. Throughout his career, Drake has intentionally and successfully used UMG to distribute his music and poetry to engage in conventionally outrageous back and forth rap battles to express his feelings about other artists. Notably, he did that, and they don't say that, but the 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 battle, which I can recall how it went down with Meek Mill. The back to back song that was pushed heavily. But okay, let's continue. He now seeks to weaponize the legal process to silence an artist's creative expression and to seek damages from UMG for distributing that artist's music. We have not and do not engage in defamation against any individual. At the same time, we will vigorously defend this litigation to protect our people and our reputation, as well as any artist who might directly or indirectly become a frivolous litigation target for having done nothing more than write a song.
I don't think it's frivolous though. It's not frivolous. Frivolous is more frivolous, I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong. So I am an attorney, but not practicing in the US. But a frivolous is if you're starting a case that you know from the get-go that has no basis. So you're basically abusing the judiciary system, the judicial system. And I think that Drake has grounds. So I don't think it's frivolous in the sense of like literally, like legally, but of course they will say it. And the point is clear, KR. Years and years. I mean, a friend of mine told me this when I was still in college and at university, actually, because there's a difference. But you know what he said?
No.
He told me, you know what I realized about Drake? And this was early Drake. Like this was over 10 years ago. He said Drake always disses his listeners. Because he's always saying, I can get your girl. So he's always saying, I'm better than you. I can get your girl. But basically, the people who fall in that category are his listeners. So he's been doing that. And for the rap and hip hop world, it's a bit he comes across as a sore loser. And he's only falling more and more in the stereotype that he's not like us. He's not like us. He's an imposter.
Another thing I want to add to that, maybe if you go back to all his battles, his rap battles, he will always pull in that rapper's significant other into the battle. He's done that multiple times. He did it this time again by pulling Whitney into this, calling her the one who got knocked out. During the battle with Pusha T, he pulled in Pusha T's. Then I think they were engaged, so fiance. During the Meek Mill battle, he pulled in Nicki Minaj into it. Is that your girl's tour? Is that your tour or your girl's tour? So he likes to pull in that something as well that he always does. I have something here, RJ. I wanna see the deposition. I want to see the deposition when they pull this one out. Check this one, RJ.
If Amazing was a young HB, I'd be going to jail. Because I'm effing amazing. Wait. If Amazing was a young HB, I'd be going to jail. Wow.
This is an actual X post. Guys, you can see it's still live. I have a feeling that it won't be live for much longer. Anyway.
But it'll be too late either ways.
Well, if you're reading this, it's too late, I guess. But at the end of the day, I want to see how this goes down. I want to see. I think UMG will not settle. They will go all out, and I'm pretty sure this is the video we will get. I hope they have a camera in that court room, and we get this.
Ski.
Where Drake is, and then he called me OVO. He called me OVO, and he said,
People right there.
They sit.
"Oh man, now it broke down." Oh, shit.
Yeah, that was God.
Hey,
That was God. But there's a difference though.
that was God.
There's a
No,
difference though, because Kyle was a
I'm
I
not
mean
saying
he
God.
was
I'm saying Drake will sit there and cry and say, and then he called me OVO.
yeah.
And
A lot of differences. A lot of differences.
Ninja.
Yeah.
He called me a ninja.
Yeah. Yeah. But hey,
Hey man, hey, it is what it is.
Kyle had a reason to cry because his thing was traumatic, real traumatic. I mean, Drake
Drake
won't
will
be.
cry too because they pulled his kid into it. He's saying he's afraid for his kid.
Yeah, he's also saying, yeah, anyways, there's a lot of things he's saying, but let's move on to the next topic, guys. Let us know
Guys,
in
let
the,
us
in the
know.
comment section what you think.
Yes, let us know what you think. Don't forget to respond to the poll. And yes, let's go to the next topic, man. We took a long time for the first one. Second topic of today is Cameron and Jim Jones, the battle for Harlem Reignited. Dipset, the Dipset drama has reached a boiling point as Cam unleashed a scorching rant on Jim Jones, exposing their history and calling out his street credibility, in addition to also accusing him of exploiting his friends. course, I want to play the video, but suddenly it's trying to do this. Yes. Fair use. Shout out to It Is What It Is.
Harlem, bro. You are not from Harlem. I did not grow up with you, my nigga. I did not grow up with you. Contrary to what you believe, I did not grow up with you. You are from the Bronx. Did your grandmother live? Did your grandmother live in Harlem? Yes. Did you come see her? Yes. Did I see you time to time? Yes. I did not grow up with you. You talk about dick riding down. That's where this old shit. I would have left you alone. I would have left the old shit alone. But listen, dick riding. Do you remember how we met, nigga? Pause. Not met. How you got cool with us? This is how this started. I want y'all to go Google Cameron 1995 freestyle.
Tenants and penance with a 44 Jolly honey. And now I make Gotti money. Niggas wanna be cool, but couldn't piss in my body. And it's not my nigga, your daughter, fucking in order, fucking the water, running with cops, like a report, sweating niggas like buckets of water. I got the jack running off, it's like liquor for sport, it's like fraud, and like the rock shit was scarf.
Don't make it a habit, G, or I'm extinguished too in your cabinet. Cause where I'm from is like a ghost town. We packing total clown, fuck around. Your bitch ass will get a blown crown. Doggy, you think the way you say you throw it blood shit. I make your block hotter than that state that coffee plate.
Yeah, now go Google Mace, Cameron, Cardan, DJ Clue.
Niggas don't understand, son. The bullets in their calf and they can't run. Niggas all on top
Hey,
of
is
you.
this copyright?
It's not copyrighted.
Okay.
But hey, since you injected yourself into it, take it over.
Well, that wasn't my intention. I was just
It
asking.
is what it is. You broke the flow. You broke the flow.
Well, I started here in the flow. And guys, before you proceed, of course, remember to rate the show by pressing the like button, follow us on our other socials, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification icon. The best comments will get a chance to get a mention, to get a shout out in a future show. Yeah, KaiR, I wasn't. That wasn't my intention, but this has been going on for a while.
Yes, yes. Seems like, yeah, you're right. You're right about it.
It's been going on for a while, and it's always. I mean, in the previous segment we talked about it. There are a lot of music genres, but in hip hop and rap, it's known for beef. And I don't want to say like the black genre, because jazz was originally black, country was originally black. I
Rock.
mean,
Blues.
so rock and roll, as you said. So, but it seems like they said, and with they being the the music engine, they said, hey, you know what? Let's leave this for the blacks. And so it's like there's always a beef. It's always, and of course we're gonna dive into the story in itself, but I just want to say this. It's like it's either you or me. There has to be that energy. And I understand like New York, depending on where you grew up, especially I mean, if we go back to the 80s, 90s, not only New York, but are you from LA? Are you from Texas? Where are you from? I mean, it's like an identity thing. But it seems like there's always this edge that you don't see in other genres. And you don't see it in R&B as either. Well, less obvious, because there's still some questions as to the shootout that happened at the Drake mansion.
Drake mansion, yeah. That's
The
R&B.
beat. Yeah.
No, but RJ, I understand your remark. However, one thing you gotta keep into mind: hip hop was created was not a genre that was created in a musician's room. It originated from the streets. It turned into what it is now from the streets. It wasn't created by musicians, it was created by street people who were using, or let's call it abusing, parts of songs to get a groove on. So, of course, when you invite people from the streets, you get a different angle to the music, which is
Yes.
not in jazz or any other music genre that was created. So that's why you have these beefs, because these people are from the streets. It is what it is. I mean,
I agree with you. I agree with you partially. And I'll tell you why. There was the Netflix documentary, right?
which
The
one?
history of hip hop. Very interesting. I don't know if it's there on Netflix, but I found it very interesting to see different. And there are more
I don't
documentaries.
watch Netflix documentaries, but okay, continue.
No, but I mean there are a lot more. So you can watch that. You can watch other one. I believe the godfather of rap was hip hop. I believe is said to be a man from New York, like a DJ, something like that. But of course, that's also debated. Who is it? Some people will say no, maybe it's the first one who was known, but there were other people doing it, and so on and so forth. It's always been, at least if you go look back in time, you can find a lot of protest songs because they were protesting.
No,
But then it
actually
changed
not.
because again,
Actually
what
not.
gets
It's the other way around.
go ahead.
It started as party songs.
Yes.
Then it became into during the, let's call it, so if you go back all the way back to the original, rapping was being done already in the early days. So rapping isn't something that has been always been existing. The version we know that created actually the commercialization of hip hop happened in New York, and it started as grooves for parties. That's how it
Yeah.
started. It wasn't started as we will overcome stuff like that. It was party.
Yes.
What's the and the Furious Five? What's the DJ's name and the Furious Five?
You're gonna go look it up
Yeah, I'm looking it up right now.
because I remember it was a DJ.
Yeah, Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five. You
Yeah.
listen to their songs; they are party. They were one of the early ones. Grandmaster Flash, party songs. It's not let's overcome kind of stuff. And then it branched out into different routes. You had
Yes.
conscious community. You had your Rakim, who was more street. You had your um I forgot the one of the early first gangster rappers. I can see his face in front of me. He had this thin beard, but it branched out into different subgenres. So it didn't start as that version of hip hop, which became popular. It didn't start. It started as party songs. So that's
Yes.
one of the things always people get misconstrued.
Okay. So what I'm saying is, if we go look at the dissing, the gangster rap, prior to the gangster rap, you had the how do you say it? The protesting. So you have time periods where so let's say certain things are popular. For example, now drill is very popular. I don't know for how long, or is it still popular, by the way?
Yeah, still.
Okay, I don't know. You would know. But there are times, there are various periods, and music develops. When you look at the aggressiveness that was, so if I'm talking about like real aggressive songs or tracks, it was protest songs first, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. And didn't that turn into eventually the gangster? Because you're talking about there's still hip hop party songs, there's still conscious rappers, but I'm asking you
No,
let's say the
so
aggressive. Didn't the
so
protest? Because I always understood that it was the protest songs that preceded what we know today as the gangster
the
gangster.
so there are try to find his name real quick, but I cannot find it from the top of my head. I can see his face, and he's still alive though. Um, the popularization. That's you gotta distinguish two things. All these genres were gangster rap was already existing. The only thing that
I hear what you're
happened
saying.
was at a certain point, labels decided they want to promote this particular subgenre more than others. And that's why it took over and became the most recognized one.
Okay. So my point is, so you can search for names, but my
Yeah, I'm
point
gonna
is this, KR. My point is there. This. You're saying it always existed, but
Yeah.
that wasn't always the identity. So when you talk about hip hop, and if you talk about rap, in different times and different places, it meant different things for other people. Would you agree with that? That it
Cool
would
G
meant
rap.
that
Cool
it,
G rap.
would you agree with that, KR?
Again?
What I'm saying is that you you're talking about the popularization of gang. I'm saying all of these genres existed in the past. So you're
Yes.
saying it always exists. Okay. Now listen to what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that in the past, when you say hip hop rap, different people would relate that to different things. So some people might relate, oh, hip hop rap party, hip hop rap conscious, hip hop rap gangster.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying, so you're talking about that. Okay, I'm talking about the commercialization. Let's talk about the commercialization. And I'm
Yeah, that's
talking about
95.
like, I'm
95.
talking about, are you saying, did you say 75?
95.
Okay, 95.
Around
Okay.
95, they started.
Okay,
Continue.
so let's talk about that. At some point, music labels, at least actually throughout the genre, when they started popping off and the more power they got, not only by themselves, but then they affiliate with certain radio stations, and then maybe they buy the radio station and so on and so forth to amplify their reach. They decide what to push and what not to push.
Yes.
And at a point, they decided to start pushing violent tracks over
Yes.
other tracks. Does that mean that
Yes.
the party hip hop and party rap doesn't exist? Of course, they still do. But when we talk about rap today, I didn't grow up in this age, but a lot of people, you still have the conscious rappers, you still have the protesters, you still have all this, but there's a certain type that gets pushed over others, and it's always the more negative one.
Yes.
So it might
I
have always existed, but at certain point, people said we're going to start pushing this. And so what I'm saying is that when you push that in a culture, then people will start conducting themselves as such. Not everyone, but more people would be violent towards each other than, let's say, those who wouldn't be violent towards each other.
what you're saying is I understand what you're trying to say. However, people were violent before that they entered the music scene.
Let me change. Let me put it like this. I can do this. I can make this example, but I'll make this example. I'll make this example in a way that will still remain online. But in the past, okay, let me make another example. When they started saying women don't need men, is when coincidentally less marriages took place and more divorces. When they started saying, hey, it's okay to be whatever you want as it relates to your interest, your sexual interest, then the amount of people who relate to different colors of the rainbow appeared. Did these people always exist? Yes, they always did. But when you start promoting it, it will come up to, so let's say if you're a lot of things in your mind, but then that would start coming up to mind and you're like, hey, what am I, what do I like, etc., etc. I'm not saying it's a bad thing or a good thing. I'm saying it's the way of the world. So if you promote something more, people will start thinking about it more and start those thoughts will start influencing their decisions. In
Agree
any
with
case,
you on that. I'm just trying to make sure that you say the right things, because you just earlier you said it could have seemed, I'm not saying that what you said could have could have been perceived that you were saying that um violence happens because of the songs, but it happened already before.
I'm saying
It's just
violence.
amplified a little bit
That's
more.
what I'm saying. That's what I'm
Yes.
saying. And I'm saying a little bit. Well, in New
Uh,
York, there was a lot of violence going on. So,
well, yeah, and the if you look at the I'll give. This is, by the way, this is totally going a different route than
different.
I
Yeah.
expected. But
Yeah.
hey, that's the show. Sometimes you talk
Yeah,
about
but we'll
different
get back
things.
to the, yeah. I mean, this is like back. So let's talk. So let's finish this up because I think it is important in order to put the battle in context,
Yeah,
the beef in context.
yeah. So to finish it up, the deletion that happened in Chicago with all the whole back and forth was happening, but they started rapping about it. And they didn't rap and started popping. They were popping and then they started rapping to disrespect. So you gotta, sometimes it's not the one before the other. But okay,
Yeah, but
let's
then
go.
you're talking about Chirac. I'm saying when this song
When people
national,
start, yeah, so I
if
do
this
agree with
goes,
you. If you look at Chirac made it popular drill, and other places started
that's what I'm
copying
saying. That's
that
what I'm
move.
saying. So
Yes,
it's not really, and that's why when I started talking about rap and beef,
copycat.
etc., I did push back on myself and I said, but hey, New York has always had that. It's
Yeah.
always been like a tough city. And if you look at videos of the past, so I did, let's say, I did take a step back because in New York, in Harlem and the Bronx, then it's not like music brought violence. It was already going on. So that's why I stepped back. But I do think that if we keep, I mean, it's still part of the culture. But yeah. But anyways, that's it. I think both points are made. But let's continue with the story.
Yes, yes. So basically, Cameron responded to James Jones' accusations that he dropped during a previous podcast in response to 50 visiting It Is What It Is before their vacation, and that sparked basically this rant. And I'll be honest, Cam went in. He tried to expose Jim, saying that he's not from Harlem. The guy is from the Bronx. His grandma was living in Harlem, and then he started hanging out. They thought, and he calls him Jomo. They thought he was a nice guy, so they taught him how to rap. And hey, they showed up with clear evidence where Mr. Jones, let's call it Mr. Jones said it himself that Mace taught him how to rap. And he continued by saying also things like,
Back from the water, from the ocean. I don't pump that. Took your rags off. Me and JoJo was laughing about that 3 months, some cool shit. Cool. I don't pump all that shit, nigga, because I ain't trying to make the great your character. You know why? Because the revolution was televised, nigga. That's why I'm here, nigga. That's why God work like that. That's why me and Murder is here, nigga. The revolution was televised, nigga. Fuck is you talking about? And I'll wrap it up real quick with this, nigga, because I'll be here for an hour. We got other shit to do. Stop tricking niggas out their freedom, bro. Because niggas get around you to put themselves in better situations, bro. Not to be in worse situations than they was before they met you. You get? Do you understand that? I don't know if you understand that. That's why niggas come around, but then you send them on dummy missions and trick them out their freedom. Max is doing 75. I know you don't give a fuck. Jaja just wanted to be a rapper. Jaja had 10 years, man. We don't know where Jeter at.
oh man, this
Stro
is
is just missing. I don't know what the fuck happened to Stro. Slicey, 12 years. His godson, that was 13 years old, 8 years. Shotty, he was trying to be 12 years. And I know you love Mel, because I love Mel Matrix. That's my brother. I love him. That's your man more than my man, and that's a fact. I'm not denying it. But you said when he come home, he gonna be the triple OG. Get that man a job, my nigga. Get him a job. He's the triple OG before he went in. Make sure he getting a job getting 6 digits a year. That's what it's really about. As much as that side, I don't know if they fuck with me or not. I ain't talking about this situation. You know what's gangster? Emery is gangster. Emery that had a Puma, creative, whatever the fuck he doing. It ain't even like jail back on his plate no time soon, and they ain't never going back. You know what's gangster? Biggs is gangster. Biggs come home for jail, still got a stake in Rockefeller, whatever him and Jay-Z worked out, that's cool. Or whatever, he got St. John as artist, he working with Drink Champs. That's gangster. Not throwing niggas back in the pot that eventually do something that could get them back in the same situation. And I'm not saying, if you got something lined up for Matrix, I'm shut the fuck up. My bad. I apologize, but I don't want that for Melly because I give a fuck about Melly.
That's a crazy call out. If you're saying you're putting people, instead of putting people in the best position possible, you're out here sending them to dummy missions to crash out and go back into the same problem they came from.
Yeah.
That's wild. That's wild. If he's, I mean, I'm pretty sure Jim knows he has a point because Jim responded with a diss track.
Why would okay? So why would responding with a diss track mean that he knows Cam had a point or has a point?
These are serious accusations, RJ.
Yeah.
If you're saying you're tricking people out of their freedom, why would you respond with a diss track?
So are you saying he had to go the Drake route and file the lawsuit? Because if you're saying that, then you're not like me.
Hop on the mic and start podcasting, my man. Tell your side of the story. Don't help up on a 2-minute song and try to clear this stuff up. This is serious. This is a serious stuff he's talking about.
Yeah.
Again, if you're saying someone is tricking people out of their freedom,
So that's a wild accusation. Yeah, I do agree with you.
this is the reverse Drake. What he's doing.
Yeah, I just hope that, I mean, sometimes KR people do stay stuck in time as well, right? So a lot of people evolve, and some people get stuck. So I've been hot in the 90s. I was popular in the 90s. I was the head honcho in the 90s. And so I still am today. While people transition and do like Cam and me transitioned. Wallow and Gilly, great personalities. It was great personalities. I mean, but it's like a transition. People are transitioning. They're going with the times. Some people
You
said.
cannot be in the
Some
streets
people
till
say.
you're 50.
Some people say that Cam is like Cam and Mace are now pretending to be. Listen to this, girl. Pretending to be journalists because they were always rappers and now they just. Some people call it a sellout. I'm like,
Sell
what? In what world are we? In what world are we living?
You know
Where
what? You know what?
we're
What we
going
live
with
in,
the times and using your smarts to get ahead is considered a sellout.
One thing I'll agree with you on that. And this is the problem with hip hop a lot of times. People want their rappers to crash out.
They
To
have
crash out
more.
and burn. That's what they want. He has to end up on the streets. Oh. He has to end up on the streets, spread out like a starfish. Yes. Well, when I was saying it, I was ah, this is a Kevin Mace topic. He would say pause.
Yeah.
Laid out like
Yeah.
like a starfish. While I was saying it, this is what I came up. But they want them. They want their favorite rapper to end up in a Tony Montana story, and that's what I
because
think
because that
is a bad thing.
fits
It fits the
because
narrative.
because it fits the genre, not the hip hop and rap genre. It fits the type of rap and hip hop that
Yeah,
gets pushed
yeah, yeah. It fits
because
the
it's not
story of
the
Tony Montana because Tony Montana is also the face, has been in the 90s, the face of gangster rap. Everyone wants to be going out like Tony Montana. Yo, he's transitioning. I do agree with you on that. That's a crazy statement. They are just evolving. You cannot
yeah.
stay the same person your whole life. Actually, if you're the same person your whole life, you're losing in life. You
Hey,
know who's
but
always the same
it's not
person his
only
whole life,
them.
RJ?
Go.
You know who's always the same person, RJ? His whole life?
Who's always the same person as Ojai in life?
Yes.
Losers.
People that are beneath the ground.
Well, even they decay. So
Well, why you gotta shit? You're torpedoing my statement, man. Come on, bro.
but
But
KR, look at um Damon
Dame
the
Dash?
shark. No, the Shark Tank.
Oh, yeah, Fubu.
Fubu,
Fubu
yeah,
guy.
for us by us. Look at him. Look at how he transitioned. You're supposed to transition. Look at is his let me see, is it Steve Stout?
Steve Stout, yes.
Yeah, Steve Stout. I mean, these are all people who
Damon
grew up
John.
in an era,
Damon
but look
John.
at them, Damon John, yeah, look at them now. So you're supposed to evolve. And that's what I think that's where the friction comes, is because the type of rap and hip hop that gets promoted, which is the more violent one, is against the cops, against the system, against everything. And so you have more respect if you get got, like the like the CEO of the insurance company,
Oh man. Just don't
than
get caught by a white boy.
than if you transition and buy a team, for example. And if you buy a team, best be Harlem, best be Brooklyn. But you can buy a team in Tennessee, which is like crazy. And but hey, it is what it is. I think Cam has a point, and hey, Cam. Not only that, Cam has a point in that you need to put people in position to win, because it is odd that everyone around you is like catching cases left and right. But you know what, KR, I can imagine. Can you
I'm not.
imagine?
Just to be clear, I'm not laughing at people catching cases. I'm, I'm already seeing like you come back from the pen, and you try to better your life or get put into positions, and your OG or your big bro says, tells you I have a job.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Not a month later, your laptop again.
Yeah, it's crazy. But what he's
Oh,
saying is dangerous as well, KR, because I can imagine they can all call like an emergency meeting, all of them. They'll and then say, "Hey, Cam had a point. We're all here, and Jim Jones is still doing
one
workout
thing I'll
videos."
say, RJ, with all this beef going on, it's amazing that they were able to jump on stage during that battle, that song battle with the locks,
Yeah, the verses.
the verses. Because this is crazy, man. If this is how they think about each other,
But
Dipset
it
is
doesn't.
never dropping any albums anymore. It's
It,
it's a
it,
it's
uh,
a thing of the
it,
past.
it doesn't matter. But that's what I like. It is what it is. And to those who say, "Hey, they're trying to do something," no. Cam, and especially Cam, both of them actually. They
Both of
say
them,
things.
the
They
chemistry
say
is
things. Yeah, but what I'm saying now, I'm not talking about the chemistry, Cam. What I'm saying is, you can't compare "It Is What It Is" with ESPN's First Take, because here you get these type of comments and these types of remarks. You can't get those remarks from an ESPN or a Fox Sport. Well, Fox Sports is gonna. I mean, but anyway, that's a different story. But you can't get those remarks because they have the freedom to speak freely. So, on what other channel do you think Stephen A will
RJ.
drop names like that?
RJ, do you remember what I told you? We're 5 years. About 6 years ago, about Pat McAfee show.
when they
Before they
when
blew up.
no, I don't recall.
I told you they were going to be the future of
Yeah, you did. Yeah, yeah.
sports
Yeah.
casting.
But now
Look
they're
at what they
making
are now.
yeah, and now they're making Pat at least wear a coat over his tank top.
Over his tank top. The thing is that people that move different have always the possibility to grow bigger than what is mainstream or what is accepted. And I think that's the great thing about their show. They're doing something different. They are bringing a different vibe. It's not the first take. It's not Skip Bayless telling telling Shannon to put back on his glasses. It's just two friends talking about sports and sometimes also about these things, because this is the reflection of the two. Guys, let us know in the comments what you think about the Dipset, formerly Dipset, Jim Jones and Cameron beef. It's not actually a beef, it's a rant. Do you think that Cam is right? Let us know in the comments, and also don't forget to answer the polls we are dropping. Anything else you want to add, RJ?
All I want to say is, guys, whatever your thoughts are, let it be known. So engage with us, but also let us know your thoughts and opinions, because the best thought will get a chance of being mentioned in a future show. So if you have a hot take, do not hesitate to let us know. Hey, we talked about Drake, and in this at least in the previous segment, in this segment, we talked about Cam and Jim Jones, but also like a bit of rap and hip hop. If you have additional information, or if we said something that's not entirely correct, or you have something to add, also let it be known. Hey, we appreciate your feedback. Let's move on.
KR is, we thought Ed. He's totally wrong about hip hop. Put it in the comments.
Yeah.
Let's go to the next part of the show, man. Your thoughts. In this week's Your Thought, we're going to take a look at the comment by It's Thick. By the way, it was the song. It was the. Well, we talked about song the whole show. It was the video where we discussed Joy Taylor. Cheeks are being manipulated. Joy Taylor about to get a bag from Fox and the NYPD overtime pay for play. And it's thick with 2 C's because otherwise you're a killer or something else. Said she's not getting the bag. Just stop. And we responded to this. Said, why won't she? Why won't she? Can you explain? From whom? Nobody. Well, the show is the show. We wanted to talk about a different angle because yes, one thing we also mentioned during the show is we looked at other cases that are similar. We looked at, for example, the woman who looked like a rat who got $500,000. Who got $500,000 from the state for something everyone knew that she was consenting. Well, she said she didn't. Well, let me read. She said it wasn't consensual. People assume that it wasn't.
She still got it.
She still got it. What is holding Miss Joy back? We wanted to just explore that thought. So maybe she won't get it.
I don't think the question is what is holding Miss Joyce back. I think the question is who is holding Miss Joyce back.
Hey man, but shout out to It's Thick. Great to see that you responded to the show.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Subscribed and hope to see you more often here at the Double Thought Show.
Also, guys, go check out that episode. That is you can check that out on is that on the main channel or the Clips channel?
It's the main channel. Yeah, it's the main channel.
All right. So, which episode is that?
That's episode 227.
All right, 227, guys. So if you want to check it out, it was a great show. We talked about the Joy Taylor. Can I call it a scandal? In any case, go check it out.
It's manipulation.
Cheek manipulation. Well, it's not cheek manipulation. Is manipulation by cheek. To be honest. Guys, go check it out. Also, don't forget to rate the show by pressing the like button. Follow us on other socials, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon as well. KaiR, I don't know what you want to do with the.
We're a bit over time. We can make a choice. We can do the around the internets real quick. I think we should do it though.
Yeah, let's do it real quick.
Let's go to the around the internets. Not without intro. Let's go right away to the clip. Fair use.
Doing a double take? Yeah, because that's not actually Brad Pitt, and he's not actually posing for pics in a hospital.
Boy, you're in the know.
A 53-year-old French woman says these images, created with AI technology, scammed her into forking over $850,000 to someone she believed was an ill Brad. The woman detailed the con in an interview with 7 to 8 on French TV channel TF1, which was removed from the channel's platforms after she says she was cyberbullied over falling for the scam. She claims a person posing as the actor's mom DM'd her on Facebook, and a month later, the fake Brad started communicating with her himself, asking her to marry him, ditch her husband, and help him out with some medical bills he says he couldn't afford because his money was tied up in his divorce to Angelina Jolie. In the sit-down, the woman explains that, quote, "At first I said to myself that it was fake, that it's ridiculous. But I'm not used to social media, and I didn't really understand what was happening to me. The woman, who was married to a millionaire at the time, ended up leaving her husband to pursue a relationship with the faux Brad and was duped into sending over the cash. As for how she finally caught on to the scam, when she came across a snap of the A-lister with his girlfriend, Inez de Ramon. She has reportedly filed a police report. Quote, I ask myself why they chose me to do such harm like this.
RJ.
Amen. I don't know what to say, KR, because people fall for these scams all the time. There are a lot of scammers out there. So let me start by saying that there are a lot of scammers out there. I don't know, KR. I don't want to. I don't want to be too harsh. I don't want to be too harsh, but guys,
Speak the truth.
nothing that
RJ.
comes easy.
Speak
This
the
is
truth. Don't sugarcoat it. Speak the truth.
nothing. If something that's too good to be true comes to you too easy, and there's probably something wrong with that.
I can bring you in warm, or I can bring you in cold.
I don't play the lotto out of principle because I don't want that money. I want to work for the money because I know that if I work, if I earn it, then it's my money. I don't want to start depending on chance. So, hey, Brad Pitt is talking to you. Are you really? I mean,
She
come on.
was in her 50s, by the way.
Exactly. So are you that beautiful, that gorgeous, that an artist, famous person who has like an infinite amount of women to choose from?
Chooses for
In
you.
person, KR, in person, chooses for you, chooses you through IG. You should know
I'll
better.
be honest. This ain't even AI. This is a bad Photoshop.
Photoshop,
These
yeah.
are all bad photos. I don't know why they're saying AI. These are bad Photoshops.
Yeah.
Ain't no way you're falling for this. The Since you're not gonna keep it real, I'll keep it real. Ma'am, you try to hop on a new branch and the branch broke. She was married to a millionaire. I'm pretty
Wow.
sure. Yes, that's how she got the 850.
Wow.
She had it, but she
And you're
tried
saying
to leap to a bigger branch.
branch. But are you saying that he was married? So is he not married? Is she not married anymore?
She divorced the guy to marry AI Brad
Oh,
Pitt.
wow, that's stupid. Well, then you deserve it. Then you deserve it. But then again, we don't know how the marriage is. I mean, KR, let's be honest, and I'll just say I know this is not an excuse. KR, this is an excuse.
I know what the plot is. I know who did this. I know who did this.
It's the
I
husband.
know who did it. It's the husband. It's the husband. He wanted to go out cheap. 850. Take the 850. Good
Yeah.
luck.
And you divorced me? Yeah. Well, it doesn't work like that, technically
Hey,
speaking.
take the 850. Give it back to me.
Yeah.
But you want to say something? Sorry. Continue.
No. I mean, that says something about the marriage, prior marriage as well. So she wasn't happy, or else she wouldn't have jumped ship. But hey, good luck to you, ma'am. You are left without a millionaire husband and without a Brad Pitt. So, hey, good luck to you.
Next one.
I heard
Liangelo
George
Ball.
Clooney is looking for someone. Anyway, go ahead.
Liangelo Ball signs a $30 million deal with UMG.
Oh,
Don't let them diss you, Liangelo. With 8 million guaranteed. I think that was the joke actually, but 13 million, man. That song is fire. Tweaker is fire. And I heard the other song he has in the back pocket as well. I heard what's the older brother who's on the Bulls?
the older brother. That's whoa. Wait, LeVar Ball, Mellow. Whoa, what's the song's name?
Jello?
Mellow, and what's his name?
LaMelo?
No, that's the youngest one.
Liangelo? Was it Jello?
Lonzo Ball.
Lonzo. Yes. Lonzo was playing the other. That's a bigger heater than this one. Congrats to him. LeVar. He shouted out his dad in the song.
Mm.
LeVar is the GOAT. He got all his sons are good at something. People were hating on him when he was talking that crazy stuff.
Yeah.
We're hating on him on being a good dad. And look at him now. All these kids landed safe.
Yeah. Is the BBB still? Is it still something? The big baller
I
brand?
don't know. I don't know. No idea. Maybe he should give it a second try if it's not if they're not selling
I mean,
anything.
it's still there. It's still up. The website is still up.
And they're
Seems like
selling
you can still
product.
buy it. So
Okay, good. Put your song in a BBB t-shirt when in the video clip, man.
but just goes to show you as well, KR.
What they should create? Oh, they should create oversized BBB shirts or jerseys for the. Oh my God!
people.
No, for the the song is like a 2000 song, right? Back in the days,
Yeah. Oh, you go back. Yeah, that style. Yeah.
Oh, they should do that. They should drop that.
But this goes to show you, KR. You need a brand. So they had a brand before Lonzo got there. Those shoes were trash. I remember one of the shoes.
Yo, Lonzo said the reason
One of
why
the
he
shoes just
got injured is because one of the that also happened. Don't forget that happened also with oh man, I forgot his name. What's the guy's name who's always injured in New Orleans?
Zion Williamson.
Zion,
I remember
Zion.
it happened to him as well. Yeah.
And that was a Nike shoe. So let's not talk crazy about
Yeah,
BBB.
but my point is this. They didn't wait for a brand. They had their own brand.
Yeah.
They were banking on Lonzo. Lonzo was I don't think Lonzo was a flop, but LeVar overhyped him and he's injured a lot.
But don't forget that's
Liangelo
what
didn't
you
make
should
it.
do after that.
Did you know that Liangelo was, for a brief period of time, he was either on the Pistons with a 10-day contract or he was there for their training camp. He didn't stay though. So I know, of course, I'm a Pistons fan. KR, next year I'm going to Detroit. So another friend of mine is also going. We're gonna watch some games. So take this as an invitation, KR. Let's go. Think about it. Think about it. But then LaMelo is the one that's
Are you going to hire a security guard?
Nah, man, it's safe. It's safe.
You're
Man.
a big baller. You're a big boy. You're a big shot. I'm a little shot.
I'm gonna go there because Detroit. I'm a Detroit fan. I mean, Pistons. So and LaMelo is the youngest one, and he plays the best. LeVar always said that he would be the best. But hey, Liangelo is shining on another way, and they can still leverage the brand if it's still theirs, or maybe it's just their father's. But if they can leverage the brand, the big baller brand, they can get some money off of it.
Yep. Well, good luck to Jello. Great song. Hope you continue. Hope for continued success, man. That song is fire. I'll say this. That song is fire. I must swerve on the corner. Whoa, whoa. Last one for today, RJ. Wild first words from Caitlin Clark's Stalker. Have you ever seen this?
Morning, Mr. Lewis. No, sir. This is initial
Yo,
hearing.
This
We are not.
he didn't even wait. He didn't even wait to hear what she had to say. This man came for a plea deal. I'm gonna start that again. He walks in. He doesn't even know where he has to be.
Morning, Mr. Lewis. No, sir. This is initial hearing. We are not. You have a right to remain silent, and I expect you to exercise that. Okay, this is just telling you what the charges are.
Yeah.
You do not listen. I'll give you a chance to talk. Not your time. Stop talking.
He's obviously not in his right mind.
Maybe that's gonna be his defense as well, right?
How can you walk in and start? Hey, this is, by the way, stalkers that's a serious business. So these guys are not right in their mind. So we're not making fun of the whole situation with Caitlin Clark. We're making fun of this nut job who walked in and started spewing all crazy stuff without even hearing anything. The judge just said his name, and he's out here. Oh, man. Where do they find these people, man? Hey, we need to open up the asylums again, man.
Yeah.
It's time to reopen because too many of these crazy people walking around amongst us healthy people.
Yeah.
Okay. He's gonna angle it like a lawyer would. Very, very, very PC, very, very respectable. RJ.
I mean, KR. I mean, I find it hilarious, but yeah, it is a serious thing, man. Oh, okay, you ruined it for me, man. Come on, let's close the show. You ruined my take, man. Come on.
Oh man. What was your take? What was your take?
It was a
all jokes-
balanced one. It was
All jokes aside.
all jokes were aside. That's the point, right? So now that's that's the whole point, KR. So hey, I mean I laughed too when I saw it. He looks like an actor. I don't know the actor's name, but he really looks like an actor.
Guys,
I
let us
think
know in the
one
comments which actor.
that played a Joker, I believe.
Oh, Joaquin.
Yes. Phoenix, right? He looks like Joaquin Phoenix. Yeah.
That is true. You're right. Joaquin with a beard.
Yeah. So, hey, I hope. I mean, stalking is a crazy thing, especially when it's women involved. And usually the victims
man.
are women, and so I'm glad they have him. It seems like an open and shut case. So, yeah.
He shut the case even
Hey,
before
man.
it opened.
Hey man, let's close this show, man. This is
Guys, thank you for watching. RJ, take it out.
yeah, guys, thank you for watching. It's been a pleasure once more. If you're still here with us, we appreciate your support. Whatever your thoughts are, let us know in the comment section below. Rate the show by pressing the like button. Follow us on our other socials. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification icon. And remember, the best comment will get mentioned in the future shows. So if you have a hot take, drop it. and interact with us in the community tab as well. We'll be dropping some polls relating to this show, so don't miss it. Curious to know your thoughts and opinions. It's been a pleasure, and we'll see each other in the next one. Until next time.
Peace.
Peace.